Hey guys, welcome back to Puffalada. Let's talk to the pink badger and see what they witnessed, I guess. Alright. Hello. What does this mean? What?
Ah! I can't take being inside that stuffy head anymore.
No! Why her? Why here? Why now? I first met this woman 3 years ago. She was a witness in one of my cases. What a mistake. If you guys don't know who this is, go again. I cannot express my disdain enough. You have to go and watch Ace Attorney or play Ace Attorney, the original game, because it's great. Anyways, she has since gone out of her way to pop up unexpectedly and cause me great grief.
Edgy Poo! Why couldn't you understand what I was trying to tell you? I mean, really. I was trying so hard to keep the kids' dreams alive by staying in character. But you couldn't pick up on what I was trying to convey to you. I'm sick and tired of that roundabout way of talking, so I'm just going to be direct.
I had a bad feeling before, but this has just made it official. Today has gone beyond the typical not my day into the realm of a waking nightmare.
So, you're a friend of Mr. Edgeworth too, Miss Pink Badger? You could say that, but right now, I'm just a pink badger, dearie.
She may look the part, but I know better than to trust my eyes around this woman.
My name is Wendy Oldbag, but you can call me Wendy or Granny, whatever suits your fancy.
Nice to meet you, Miss Oldbag. I'm Kay Faraday.
What do I care about a young whippersnapper like you?
Yeesh, I was just trying to be polite.
Okay, Wendy. Weren't you a security guard at one of the Gatewater hotels the last time we met?
I go where I'm needed. I'm very good at what I do, unlike the youth of today. I get called in all the time to fill in when there are not enough hands. But enough about me, Edgy Poe. I'm thoroughly dejected right now. I finally get the chance to see you here again, and here you are talking with two young girls. Men are all the same. It doesn't matter how old they get with the young girls. It just happened. You know, it's arranged marriage. What you see in our mall, the permission takes 3 years to ripen.
You seem to attract all sorts of interesting people, Mr. Edgeworth.
Okay, please, I'm begging you. By all means, do not provoke her any further. Lord. I wasn't ready.
Are you forgetting about something, Mr. Edgeworth? This person could be a witness.
Honestly, I hope she isn't, but I don't think fate is going to be so kind today.
I saw what happened. I even saw the exact moment it happened. How's that?
So it's true. She is the witness.
I don't suppose I can afford to ignore the old bag.
Yes, it was just a little while ago. I saw it happen right in front of me. The moment of the murder.
You mean to say that you witnessed someone being killed right before your eyes?
Sounds like a pretty important piece of testimony to me.
Oh, Jesus, old bag. I can't with you. Why? Why does it have to be her?
I came to this stadium to take a short break. As I was resting, I happened to glance over and I saw two men facing each other in that area. Suddenly, there was a loud gunshot, and the person who was shot fell to the ground. It was a very terrifying experience, let me tell you.
Looks like we hit the jackpot, huh, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, I can't afford to ignore what she has to say. Unfortunately.
What's that unfortunately you tacked on at the end supposed to mean, Edgy Poo?
Well, anyway, let's see what we can find out from this little old lady.
God. What old bag witnessed?
I came to this stadium? Let's see.
You mean you took a break from being the Pink Badger?
You may not think it, but it's hard work keeping kids' dreams alive. You smell of sweat, your hip creaks with pain, you even begin to dream about work.
I have dreams about work. That's the kind of story that would scar a child for life, you know?
Well, that's why I chose to come take my break here, whippersnapper. I don't plan on playing part of the dead badger in front of a bunch of kids.
So what did you see while you, the Pink Badger, were resting?
Oh yes, that. Well, as I was resting, I happened to glance over and I saw two men facing each other in that area.
Oh, right, she said this already. You saw two men. Can you describe them for me?
They looked like your average Joes, completely uninteresting and not worth fawning over. I'm telling you, they were so boring that I don't even remember much beyond that.
But did they have any special features? Anything you could recall would be very helpful.
Oh my, don't tell me you're jealous of those two men.
Hey, she's right. You do seem pretty worked up over them, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm not worked up over anyone, and I'm not jealous.
It's all right, Edgy Poo. Those two were just foals compared to a stallion like you.
Ew.
I thought so little of them that I lost interest the instant I laid eyes on them.
I can't. You're claiming to have seen the exact moment in which the murder took place.
Absolutely. That gun made a terrible racket when it fired.
You didn't try to go and help the person that got shot?
I'm the only one person, you smart-alecky brat. What could I have done? But I took off as soon as I could to find someone who could help.
Two men, one bullet. It's all consistent with what we found out from the body. Sadly, there wasn't exactly a lot of new information to go on in your testimony.
Well, if I saw the guy again, I'm sure I could identify him for you. I mean, how do you expect me to remember anything without something to jog my memory?
Self-centered, aren't we? While it was somewhat useful, her testimony also presents us with a new problem.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Yes?
So, about this new problem.
What is that giant grin on your face for?
Do you want me to show you something really nice?
No, thank you.
Don't be so mean. I swear it's something you're gonna like.
What is that gadget you're holding?
What you see before you is the secret weapon of the great thief.
I should have known it would be worthless. So mean.
Aw, don't be like that. Ahem. What do you think now?
What is it doing? It's projecting something into the air.
I'm going to input the necessary information to run the simulation now. Once I'm done, I'll increase the size of the projection to its maximum size. Dark skies of the evening, where no other bird dares take wing, one alone remains all-seeing. Now witness the true power of the real modern-day Robin Hood.
Whoa! What is this?
This is a recreation of the murder based on the info I've inputted into Little Thief.
Little Thief? I dare say, I think you're taking the Robin Hood thing a bit too far.
Little Thief is actually meant to be a simulator for me to plan my thefts. But I suppose if I used it like this... Let's see. My solid bag said that there were two men facing each other. And then a gunshot rang out and the victim fell to the ground.
So with this, we can inspect the crime scene as it was in the past.
See? So what do you think?
I have to say, I'm impressed by the technology thieves have access to these days.
Well, it is the super secret weapon of the mighty Yatagarasu.
Indeed.
Oh, but if there isn't enough information or if something's out of place, the recreation could come off a little strange.
In other words, I can use this to authenticate the validity of the witness's testimony.
You got it. You really catch on quick, Mr. Edgeworth.
Right now, the simulation is a recreation of the witness's testimony. So for now, I should re-examine everything. And if I find anything illogical or strange, then I could ask for clarification.
Feel free to examine anything in this simulation in the way that you always do. You can even present evidence when you find a contradiction. And if you find something, I got Little Thief here with me, so you just let me know, okay?
Okay. We can look at this guy. According to the testimony, the victim fell to the ground here.
That's right, but...
But if that's the case, then we've already found our first contradiction.
Huh? What? Where?
If this is the real scene of the crime, there's something missing that should be here. Which piece of evidence shows the missing item? Hold on, let's... Wouldn't it be... Would it be... his body? Wait, no, his body is there, obviously. Check. Preliminary findings. Oh, blood. Wouldn't there be blood? This is the contradiction.
Is something wrong with my recreation?
If this is the real scene of the crime, something specific should be here. If you think back, how did we deduce that the other crime scene was not the real one?
Oh, I get what's missing now. There's no blood on the ground here either, right?
Right. The fact that there is no blood here casts doubt on the witness's testimony.
Edgy Poo, how can you doubt me like that? Are you calling me a liar? I know what I saw, and I saw the victim get shot down.
You know, I don't think she's lying, Mr. Edgeworth.
To be honest, I can't think of a reason why she would lie to me. In that case, maybe there is another explanation for the distinct lack of blood. Why is there no blood? Yikes. Let's do logic. Oh, if the victim was in a costume, then there'd be no blood. Oh, Lord. Because the blood would be in the costume. Is it not possible that the victim was wearing a costume?
So you really think that Mr. Deacon was one of the kidnappers?
I think we can reasonably assume that there's a very good chance that he was. And that if he was shot while he was inside one of those stolen costumes...
Then Mr. Deacon's blood would be inside the costume instead of on the ground.
Precisely. Now, if only we could prove that the victim was wearing a costume.
You'd think it'd be pretty easy if we could find some footprints. But the problem is finding them, since there doesn't seem to be any around.
Footprints, huh? I wonder how we can go about finding some of those. Emma.
This is amazing! Just feel the power of science!
Footprint analysis. Emma, about that method you were talking about for finding footprints.
Ah, finally, my expert knowledge in forensics is needed.
Yes, well, can you detect and trace even partial footprints?
Leave it to me. My cutting-edge detection kit can find anything.
Very well. If you could please analyze the footprints in this area.
Okay, stand back now and witness the power of science at work.
Oh, here we go. Spray, spray.
Hey, I found something. Look, right here.
Or right there. I don't see anything.
Oh, that's right.
Here, put these special glasses on, Mr. Edgeworth. These footprints here were definitely left by a badger costume.
Judging by the way the prints are layered, those seem to be the newest.
Then we can conclude that the victim was definitely wearing a costume at the time. Hey!
Okay, in that case, I'll update Little Thief's simulation parameters. I can't wait to see what we find out from this new info.
Oh no. Oh no! Oh my god, just shoot the badger. So the victim was wearing a costume when he died.
And with that, we should be one step closer to finding the truth, right?
I see the recreation has changed in accordance with the new information. We may be closer, but now something else has caught my attention.
What do you want?
Your testimony, naturally. I'd like to hear it one more time, if you please. Again.
I came to this stadium to take a short break. As I was resting, I happened to glance over and I saw the two men facing each other in that area. Suddenly, there was a loud gunshot and the person who was shot fell to the ground. It was a very terrifying experience, let me tell you.
We already heard this. Wait, so how did she... Wait, didn't she say it was two men? How did she know it was a man if they were both wearing a costume? Not both, but one of them was? I don't know. Oh wait, I totally skipped so much of the dialogue. Whoops, I got so distracted.
See, I just knew Little Thief would be of help. Now let's see if we can pull more info from Miss Oldback to put into the recreation.
For that, we must first find the contradiction in her testimony. Alright, old bag.
As I was resting, I happened to glance over, and let's present the costume.
Two men. How did you know the gender of the two people involved? Seeing as how the victim was wearing a costume at the time.
Ah!
Furthermore, I have another matter I'd like to inquire you about. I'd very much like to know why you failed to mention the costume in your testimony.
Wah!
I'm beginning to doubt if you really witnessed a murder at all.
But I'm telling you, I really did see it. I saw it with my very own eyes. From a seat in the second tier.
The second tier?
Hey, didn't you say you saw it right in front of you earlier?
That was, you know, I was using the phrase in the metaphorical sense.
I see our witness still has a screw loose in the metaphorical sense.
The cushy seats in the second tier are reserved for the hotshot VIPs, which is exactly why I go there now and again to take a nap.
I can't see how you could have gotten a good look from up there. It's so high up.
Were you able to see even the victim's costume from way up there?
Well, I know I saw two people, but I couldn't really see what they looked like because they were in the stage's shadow.
Why?
My eyesight isn't what it used to be, you know. Not like when I was young. Oh, they used to call me eagle and women good man. Flash of the move, and I was a careful go with the judgment.
Let's return to our investigation, shall we, Kay?
You got it.
Here we go. Well, so if they're in the stage's shadow, it looks like they broke the stage down. The stage is packed up, so
I guess this means that they're done for the day.
Or maybe it's because a different show is scheduled to start its run tomorrow. So shouldn't we put the stage together? We need to put the stage together! There we go. If that woman's testimony is to be believed, the murder occurred before the stage was broken down.
Do you want me to input that bit of info into the Little Thief?
Yes, if you please.
Okay.
They are in the stage right now. Okay, you don't see the problem here? There's clearly
a contradiction here.
Please stop stealing my lines.
Oh, come on. It wasn't that hard to see it coming, even for a layman like me.
I suppose. In any case, it's not possible for the killer to have stood here in that way. because there was a very real stage setup in this spot at that time.
Yeesh, I told you I got it. Do you feel the need to explain everything?
Yes, well, in any case, we still need to resolve this unusual situation.
Isn't it obvious? The killer was on top of the stage, naturally. Right, Miss Oldbag?
Yes, I remember now. The killer was standing on top of the stage.
Oh, God.
See? Now let me update the info in the simulation.
Well, indeed. We've watched this badger get shot like 5 times. Oh, God. Well, we're gonna stop here, actually. Whoops. I guess Lang is about to show up and ruin our entire investigation. But at least we learned a lot. I mean, I like the little thief thing. That's pretty cool. Voicing Wendy Oldbag hurts me so much. It's like I'm trying to make Bunny from Anacon sound old, which is terrible. It's just such a strain on the voice. There's so many characters in this game that I just like have trouble voicing. But yeah, I don't know. Next time we'll see what Lang has to say. Ugh.